Hey friends, it's Rana and I am so sorry for looking this crusty today. I wasn't planning to film anything and I actually didn't prepare any videos, but I thought of filming some tag videos because I was tagged in a couple of videos that I didn't make yet, so here we are. Today I'm doing the Goodreads book tag. I was tagged by Jess the Book Freak to do this one, and I'll leave a link for her video in the description box down below for you to go and check it out, and I really encourage you to do that because she did it in a new creative way. I really liked it. But as for me, I'm doing it in the old boring way, wearing a hoodie because it started getting cold where I live, and sitting on my bed because I am too lazy to go out of it. Yeah. Question number 1. What was the last book you marked as read? So I'll open my Goodreads on my laptop here because I didn't prepare anything for this video. The last book that I've marked as read is a poetry book called Sink by... I won't even try to butcher her name, so here it is. I've been on a poetry kick lately, and that's something really rare that only happens once in a blue moon. I don't enjoy most of the modern poetry books that I read, but when I find a good poetry book, I really fall in love with it. And I'm currently on the hunt to find me some good modern poetry book. So if you have one, please recommend it to me. And don't recommend Milk and Honey because I hate it. Question number 2, what are you currently reading? So I'm currently reading 4 books at the same time. I know, crazy, but I really like reading multiple books at once. The first 2 books that I'm reading are 2 nonfiction books from my nonfiction November TBR, and they are A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking and Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. I'm also reading Other Words for Home by Jasmine Warqa. It is a buddy read with Yasmin from Yasmin Be Reading and Sumaya from For I Read and Fly, and we are planning to discuss it in the mid of November on a live. So if you'd like to join us, please do. It is a really short book. It is only like 3 hours on audiobook. And the last book that I'm currently reading is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I am listening to the audiobook on Scribd, and so far I'm not really enjoying it. Question number 3, what was the last book you marked as TBR? Okay, let me check it out because I can't remember. I am adding new books every day to my TBR list. The last book that I've added to my TBR list is Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. I've recently finished reading The House on the Cerulean Sea by the same author, and I think it is a new favorite. I really loved it. So I'm planning to read more of his books because his writing style and his characters are everything that I like in books. Question number 4, what book do you plan to read next? I don't know. I'm really a big mood reader. I don't know what I'm gonna read until I'm reading it. I literally pick my next read randomly according to my mood. But lately I've been eyeing some books like The Empress of Salt and Fortune and The Only Good Indians, but in the end I really don't know what I'm gonna read. Question number 5, do you use the star rating system? Yes, I use it, but I hate it. I would prefer if they changed it to the 10 star system, or if they don't want to change it to 10 stars and keep it at 5 stars, it would be really good if they added the half star feature because only 5 stars is very limiting. I also hate the rating system because I change my mind a lot. Like if I sit on a book for a while, I change my rating for it, like I raise it or I lower it. So if you follow me on Goodreads, you will find me changing my rating a lot. I'm even thinking of one day sitting down and re-rating all the books that I've read and be done with it. Do you want to see a video of me doing that? If it sounds interesting to you, tell me and I'll do it. Question number 6, are you doing a 2020 reading challenge? Yep, I started my 2020 reading challenge with only 52 books. Like 1 book a week for every week in the year, because back then I didn't have much time to read because I was a working member in this society. And because of our friend Corona, I surpassed that long time ago and I raised my reading challenge to 100 books. I think I'm currently at 75, so let's hope that I can manage to read another 25 books by the end of the year. Question number 7, do you have a wish list? No. But I only add books that I don't own and want to read to my to-be-read shelf. So I think that counts. Question number 8, what book do you plan to buy next? I literally didn't buy any books since October 2019. That means it's been 1 year and 1 month since the last time I bought any books, and I was planning to keep that up till the end of 2020. But 2 days ago, I was in a stationery shop with a small section for English books, and they had a 50% sale on every English book they have. So I couldn't resist buying me some books because English books in Jordan are a little bit more expensive than in the US. So I bought 2 books for about $9. It is half price. They would have costed me double that. The first book that I bought is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, because I only own the 5th book in the series and I really like these editions and I want to collect them. So yeah, I really like this edition and I'm planning to slowly collect the rest of the series. And look who's at the back. Mr. Draco. The second book that I've bought is a small one. It is Antigone by Sophocles. I am a sucker for some Greek mythologies and Greek plays, so I bought it. Question number 9. Do you have any favorite quotes and would you like to share a few? It's been a while since I liked any quotes on Goodreads, but let me tell you some of them. This one is by Lisa Wingate from her book Before We Were Yours. A woman's past need not predict her future. She can dance to new music if she chooses, her own music. To hear the tune, she must only stop talking. To herself, I mean. We're always trying to persuade ourselves of things. The next quote is a little bit older. It is from Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. I learned years ago that it is okay to do this. To seek out small spaces for me, to stop and imagine myself alone. People are too much sometimes. Friends, acquaintances, enemies, strangers, it doesn't matter. They all crowd. Even if they are all the way across the room, they crowd. I take a moment of silence and think, I am here, I am okay. And the last quote that I'm gonna read for you is from one of my favorite books, Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon Maguire. You're nobody's rainbow, you're nobody's princess. You're nobody's doorway but your own, and the only one who gets to tell you how your story ends is you. Question number 10. Who are your favorite authors? I also didn't update this in a while, but here how the list is currently. According to the last time that I updated my favorite authors list, my favorite author is Brandon Sanderson, then we have Khaled Hosseini, Dan Brown, Ruta Sepetys, and lastly Sarah Anderson. Question number 11. Have you joined any groups? Yes, I've joined some groups, but I don't participate in any of them, so I'm not gonna mention them. I think I need to update some things on my Goodreads, especially my favorite authors, and add some of my favorite quotes too. And the last thing that I need to do is to tag other booktubers to do this. If you have noticed, I didn't prepare anything for this video and I was just improvising everything at the spot. So I'm gonna tag the first 3 people that come to my mind. I don't know if they did this tag or not, but here we go. So I'm tagging Katherine Zofrea, Marrieds, and Bookish Potatoes. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to see my future videos and I will see you next time. Bye!